Hello everyone, this is Dr. May and I'm here to show you a little bit about how to use Audacity. There were a number of people in class today who were trying to figure out how to take an audio clip and actually clip it, to actually cut parts of the audio clip into smaller and smaller pieces. So that's what I'm going to do here right now. The first thing that you're going to need to do is to get your audio file, whatever it is, and here's a WAV file of just some of an old Gunsmoke episode, and we're going to import that in so that you can see the waveform that's here. And in order, let's assume that we want to cut this audio right around in here, because at the very beginning of this audio is our hoof beats from a horse. So what you want to do is you want to take your select tool and click where you want the cut to actually be, click where you want the splice to occur, and then you go up to Edit, hit the drop down menu, and when you go down to Clip Boundaries, you go to Split. Split, and you'll notice that now instead of a black line, there's a white line right here. So now when we take our time shift tool and click on that, we can move the old track, or the part of the track that we want to get out of the way, over, and now we have just the clip that we actually want at the very beginning of this. So let's take a listen to what that's going to sound like. Let's take a listen to what that's going to sound like. Okay, so now we have that. Now, but what do you want to? What if you want to do something with this? Well, let's say that all you needed were the hoofbeats and the gunshot. So you don't need the rest of this. Well, one of the things that you could do is take your select tool and highlight the rest of it, the rest of the clip that you don't need, and then all you have to do is go up here to the cut tool and click on that, and it all goes away. And we'll just go back over to where we have just the hoofbeats and the gun sound. Okay, and then there's silence after that. Let's stop that and go back to the beginning. But let's say you want to do something actually with the track that you just cut. Well, let's go up to Tracks, add a new track, because we have one here and it's just just the hoofbeats and the gun. Let's add an audio track. Going up to Tracks, add a new audio track, and then we can put our cursor, or highlight this track. We can highlight this track, and then all we have to do is click on the paste button, and here's our track. Let's move it all the way over to the edge and press play to see what it sounds like. And now you have two overlapping tracks with different sounds playing at the same time. Let's play around a little bit more. What if you want to cut this longer 8.5 minute track into smaller chunks? Then all you have to do is then again go back up to Edit and Clip Boundaries and Split. So we've split it here, and I'm going to move it over with the time shift tool. Let's split it again. So go up here to the select tool, press where you want the split to occur, go to Edit, Clip Boundaries, Split, go back to the time shift tool, move it over. Let's do it one more time. Cut, go over to the Edit drop down, Clip Boundaries, Split, then go to the time shift tool, move it over, and now you have multiple clips on this one track. And if you wanted to, you could check it out to see how they go from sound to silence in those spaces where there's nothing. What if you wanted to put each of these pieces in their own track, just playing around here? Well, one of the things you could do is you could highlight one of the tracks, or not tracks, but one of the segments that you've cut, and cut that out. Go up to Tracks, add a new audio track, and then, now that it's highlighted, you can paste that there. Time shift tool, move it over to the very beginning. Let's highlight this next one. Let's cut it out. Let's create a new track, a new empty track. Let's paste this track in there. And let's move it over to the very beginning, at the very start. And then finally, let's create one more empty track, and then we'll highlight this last long bit. And we'll highlight this last long bit here, and we'll cut it out. And then we're going to paste that there. So now we have an audio file that has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tracks. The tracks are segments of our original single file. And let's see what it sounds like when you play this this sound file with all these segments cut and put together all at the same time. As you can see, what you've done is you've essentially created a cacophony of sounds with that one individual soundtrack, and with some careful editing, finding exactly the points that you wanted to, you could actually put as many tracks as you wanted to in here and create what sounds like a room full of people talking as a background, for something that you might be working on. So that's how you split. That's how you create new tracks out of cut and by cutting and pasting various tracks and putting them onto their own track within the same file. And that's all that I have for you. Thank you.